it's that time again. The new stage is now set, so let the party begin. Everybody knows the name of the Dallas Cowboys. Let's go Cowboys.
Hello everybody and welcome in once again to the Cowboys Fan Show. I'm your host Tyler Ortega, joined as always by Scott Jeter. And Scott, the Dallas Cowboys are 8-1. They've won 8 straight. And I don't think it's a stretch to say that they're the best team in football right now.
Nationally, all the power rankings are saying they're number one. I mean, they've been number one in my heart forever. But this show is fun again, right?
Yeah, I mean, last year at this same point, we were on a 7-game losing streak, well on our way to being 4-12. And now, I mean, nobody could have just pictured this turn of events.
No, I'm on cloud 9 right now, Tyler.
Let's have a look at Sunday's highlights here in the film room as the Dallas Cowboys were in Pittsburgh at the big mustard bottle to take on the Steelers. We'll start it off here early in the first quarter. Dez Bryant catching a pass from Dak Prescott, getting going real early, Scott. And it was good to see Dez getting involved like that early.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know this, but Dez actually just found out that his father had passed away the day before, and he still went out there and played like that.
Yeah, that's something that we'll touch on in our next segment, so definitely don't want to go anywhere. But right back to these highlights as we see Le'Veon Bell picking up a first down for the Steelers. And Bell, he got his on Sunday.
They had a big day, and we touched on that last week, that we had to try and limit the Steelers' big three, but that's a tough order.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, when you have Antonio Brown, who's, arguably the best receiver in football, and Le'Veon Bell, who could also make that same case for running back in the league, it's and then Big Ben. Big Ben is a top 5 quarterback every single year. I think the Dallas defense just did phenomenal.
Yeah, that was a tough game.
Dan Bailey tacks on a field goal as the Steelers went for 2 after their touchdown, didn't get it, and that would be a big factor in this game here as we continue on. Big Ben opening up and finding his tight end, Jesse James.
Yeah,
right?
And he spread the ball a lot. He looked a lot healthier than he did the week before, Tyler.
Oh yeah. I mean, that one extra week, I thought they were rushing him a little bit when they brought him back against Baltimore, and then him having that 1 week to go through, rehab a little bit. He definitely looked like the Big Ben of old.
Sure did, yeah.
And now Cowboys on offense. They're going to do a double play fake, find Zeke out in the flat, and you can just kiss it goodbye because he is gone. 83 yards to the house on a screen.
Yeah, and there's no catching him once he gets out there, and that was a team highlight right there. I mean, Travis Frederick blocked the guy into the Steelers bench. Ron Leary just cleaned the guy out, and I mean T. Williams was up there. He landed 2 solid blocks on that one. That was a team score right there.
Yeah, there was Frederick, as you just pointed out, pushing the guy off into the sidelines. And, Ryan Shazier is probably one of the fastest linebackers in the NFL. And for Zeke to just kick on the Jets and totally outrun him, it's incredible.
Oh,
Can't say enough about this guy.
The entire Steelers team. I mean, that's track star pedigree right there.
Oh, yeah. Now, Dallas gets the ball back again. There's Dez Bryant picking up a first down. Dan Bailey, he's money, as
Mr.
always.
Automatic, and that was a 53-yarder, and that was actually the longest field goal in history at Heinz Field.
Yeah, that's not an easy place to kick. It gets really cold. That ball is really hard. But Dan Bailey always comes through. Steelers now have the ball. Big Ben scrambles, and he's going to air it out. He's going to find Antonio Brown for a first down. Brown also had a huge day for the Steelers. But, as I said, Scott, if Antonio Brown has a big day, that means that they're passing and they're trying to keep up.
That's right. And we actually kind of expected those guys to have a big game, especially considering the fact that, through 3 quarters, Anthony Brown was on him the majority of the time. He was splitting time with Skandrick, and in the 4th, we'll see what happens there.
Oh, yeah. Le'Veon Bell picking up another first down now. Big Ben will get the snap, and he'll find Brown once again. This guy was just so open. He was more open than I'd say a hotel 365.
Yeah, double-digit targets in every game this year. I mean, he's obviously the go-to guy for Ben, and a phenomenal player. You're right, you touched on that.
And this is the first play of the second half. Big Ben's going to air it out deep, and that was an incredible catch. I think that was Coates.
Yeah, and we talked about this trying to limit the big plays that the Steelers have. I mean, they're just, that's what they do. It's hard to stop, and you're seeing it in these highlights.
Yeah, pass interference called against the Cowboys here. That's going to get the Steelers right on the doorstep. And, They couldn't punch it in, so they're going to go for a field goal, which helps Dallas tremendously at this point. That would have put Pittsburgh up by, if they kicked the field goal, which they weren't doing, that put them up by 9 there. But Dallas still has some life as they're now driving, led by Dak Prescott. He's going to take a big sack.
And that's okay. There wasn't anybody open down the field, and just see him just take that. I mean, that's not a rookie mentality right there. He didn't try and force anything. He protected the ball, and that was important in this game, Tyler.
Yeah, kept the Cowboys in field goal range. Dan Bailey would capitalize, tack it on. Dallas trails by 2 here now. Dak Prescott's going to take the snap on 3rd down, and look at this footwork, and look at the arm. This is a 50-yard touchdown pass to Mr. Trade Dez Bryant.
Yeah, Trade Dez Bryant. You guys still watching? Come on.
People don't forget. Look at this. 88 was all over the field on Sunday. One of his 6 catches for 116 yards. That was his lone touchdown. Look at it. He doesn't do anything special. He just burns the cornerback.
No, it's just Dez being Dez. He's a big receiver. He's a fast receiver, and it's really hard to stop if there's not a safety over the top of him. And we'll touch on that in a little bit as well.
Now the ensuing possession for the Steelers is Antonio Brown getting taken down. 2nd and 8. Big Ben drops back, and he's going to fire it out. Antonio Brown open once again. He finds that hole right in between the safety and the cornerback.
Big plays there. Big plays all day, and we ended up losing Scandrick in the 4th, and Leon McFadden, straight off the practice squad, was covering him the majority of the time in the 4th, and he had a rough day.
Oh, yeah.
Baptism by fire, Tyler.
Sometimes it's the best way to learn.
Valuable experience.
And now the Steelers going for the touchdown. The pass is going to be incomplete as one Steeler knocks it away from the other. Dallas takes over, trailing by 1 here. They're going to do a little leak out pass to Zeke in the flat. And look at this. He doesn't even want to go out of bounds, Scott. He wants to punish these guys.
He likes contact, and that's the thing, is he's a big boy. And Mike Tomlin said it best before the game. He said he was worried about Zeke because he breaks down defenses. And you know what? He sure does.
Oh, yeah. I mean, over 1,000 yards already, 1,005 at the conclusion of this game. Zeke Elliott leads the NFL in total yards from scrimmage now as he surpassed David Johnson from the Cardinals.
And there's no better scoring team in the 4th quarter, and you know why?
That man right there, Zeke Elliott, punches it in with about 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. Now, he was completely untouched on this play.
Oh, yeah.
And he was untouched on all 3 of his touchdowns on Sunday.
Yeah, 14 yards, untouched to the end zone. I mean, he's just so fast, and his vision is so good that he's just, he's something special. He's special.
Yeah. And there you go. There's another replay of Zeke. Cowboys would go for 2 here. They try to go with the fade to Dez Bryant. Does not convert. So both teams combined on Sunday to go 0 for 5 on 2-point conversions. Steelers now taking over. They need a touchdown to take the lead with about 1 minute to go. Big Ben does what Big Ben does, and he's going to air it out. Finds the tight end. James once again tries the hurdle. Doesn't necessarily work. And this right here, old Dan Marino. He goes with the fake spike, and we were watching this game on Sunday, and he goes for it, and I'm sitting there, and my buddy's looking at his iPad, and I tell him, try to fake spike.
Yeah, and
it worked.
That's exactly what happens when you take your eyes off right there. And that was Leon McFadden in coverage right there, but that was really on J.J. Wilcox right there. He was in safety help over the top, and he just got caught flat-footed right there. Yeah. Didn't even move out of his position. No help for the rookie. A rookie one-on-one with Antonio Brown, that's hard to do.
Yeah, no chance. So, to make things even more interesting now, Dallas now has 42 seconds to drive down and either kick a field goal to win, or they can score a touchdown.
There's another missed 2-point conversion right there.
Yeah, that one was picked by Carr. Had he taken that one back, Dallas would have taken the lead on that. But here we go. Dak Prescott. Let's see what Dak can do. This is where you truly see what these players are made of when you're on the road in a huge game, especially at a place like Heinz Field against the Steelers.
A lot of pressure for a rookie, Tyler. That's
absolutely.
For sure.
Dak now, he's going to air it out. He finds Jason Witten. Witten tries to get to the sideline, but they're going to call a face mask on this play, which was huge because they missed one just a couple of plays ago. As you can see right there, he does have a hold of Witten's face mask, so that's going to tack on 15 more yards. The Cowboys are more than in field goal position at this point, Scott.
Yeah, and they're down by 1 at this point. It's a close game. Yeah, field goal wins it, but what you want to do is you want to run some time off the clock.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Cowboys tried to do, but the Steelers didn't want to tackle Zeke, so he's going to get in for 6. Zeke for MVP?
Zeke for MVP. Who's better?
Yep, exactly. I don't know. So that's going to do it. Dallas is victorious on Sunday in Pittsburgh, 35-30. Now, a little context. Our director of the Cowboys show is a Steelers fan. So what does Javi think about Zeke?
What do you think about Zeke there, Javi?
There you see it, ladies and gentlemen, from the director himself. He did have to also bring us in some breakfast burritos this morning. You're gonna show the people one more time?
Yeah, one more time with that one right there.
That's a Steelers fan, guys. That takes a lot.
That is a Steelers fan.
It takes a lot on his part to be able to come out and do that.
No, absolutely. But let's face it. I mean, we talk about it, and Mike Tomlin was talking about it. Zeke breaks down defenses,
Yeah.
and you really see the results of that in the fourth quarter. I mean, he had those 3 touchdowns untouched. I mean, phenomenal blocking, sure, but when you have a back with that vision, that speed, that power, he just takes over games in the fourth quarter. This time last year, I mean, we were what?
We were on a 7-game losing streak at this exact point last year.
And now we're what?
8-1.
8-1, guys.
Best record in the NFL. This is the Cowboys' second 8-game winning streak in franchise history. The last time that happened, Scott?
What was it, 1970, 77?
Yeah, they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they sure did.
So
well, let's see what happens this year.
Just a few more numbers from Sunday's game. Dak Prescott, 22 of 32 throwing the ball, 319 yards, 2 touchdowns. Zeke Elliott had over 200 yards from scrimmage. He had 114 rushing yards. He also tacked on 95 passing yards and got that touchdown. And of course, as we said, Dez playing the day after his father's passing.
Let's go Cowboys!